If you're anything like me, taking your vehicle off the beaten path is a passion, almost an obsession. And with that comes a long list of items and gear deemed essential to making your off-road experience possible, safer, and let's face it, just more comfortable. From tow ropes, kinetic ropes, winches, and shovels, you name it. But as an off-road YouTuber, there's one thing I don't hit the trails without. And that's power. Power for the tools used to clear the trail in front of me. Power for the devices, batteries, and cameras I use to get that epic shot. And yeah, I get thirsty. So power for the fridge so I can grab a cold beverage. Let's face it, I need all the power. That's why I choose Allpowers. It's in the name. Alright, just to show you guys that this thing has what it takes, we have the drone remote plugged in. We have the drone batteries plugged in. I have the laptop plugged in, phone plugged in, hair dryer plugged in, which we'll turn on in a second, TV plugged in, and even the lights just to shoot this shot are plugged in to the bank. So before I turn on the hair dryer, it looks like all these accessories are pulling about 250 watts. Let's turn on the hair dryer. $900, 1274, 1361. Looks like he's chilling out at about 1350, 1360. I mean, truthfully, that's all I really need to use. Not even that much. So this thing definitely has some power. So we can dry our hair and watch our favorite show while I wait for my drone to charge. So as you can see, we weren't even hitting the max on that. I mean, we're getting about 1350 to 1360 watts output. That's plenty. So what more do I need to prove? This thing's awesome. What is going on, guys? It is me, your boy John with Grand Exploration, and welcome to another episode of The Build. Today's video is brought to you by Allpowers. Yes, they are the ones to send us this beautiful piece of machinery, 2000 watt power bank, just to play with, see how it fits my lifestyle, and share my thoughts with you guys. So let's get into it. So this is the Allpowers S2000, 2000 watt power bank. And if you couldn't tell from my intro, I'm sold. This is my new go-to. This is part of my overland setup. Previously, I was running with the Blue Eddy EB55, which is a 700 watt power bank. That is an awesome machine. I still use it, but for my overland and YouTube stuff, it just lacks the power I need for what I do now and what I plan to do in the future. So this guy, this is my dude. 2000 watts, 1500 watt hours. You can plug this into the wall and charge it up to 400 watts at a time, or with solar panels up to 500 watts, or plug them both in together. But this thing is a monster. It has more than enough power. As you could see in the little short clip, I had the hair dryer plugged in, I had my phone plugged in, laptop, you name it, drone, all that, and powered the TV. So yes, this thing is a monster, and I love it so far. Before I get into all the little technical details and buttons and stuff like that, I want to get into the finish of this thing, man, because this thing is rigid. This looks like it's meant to be outside. With my previous unit, the EB55, not down talking it at all, but it felt more delicate. I thought twice about where I was setting it down. This thing, I feel like I can just, boom, here it is, and I can leave it and not worry about breaking it. The handles on this thing are awesome, not only for carrying. I mean, they do have a great grip. They're very sturdy. They have metal bolts going in them. But I love this setup for tying it down in the back of my Jeep. It's perfect for straps. The previous unit just had one handle loop here, and that felt like I could possibly break it if I hit a bump too hard, but not this. So yes, the makeup of this thing, it is like a plastic, but it's very hard and rigid, and it's a beast. Now, the weight of it though, I'm not sure of the exact numbers on it. I'll find it and put it up at the corner. I don't know how heavy it is. It is got some weight to it. I'd say maybe 20 pounds, but it is not hard to carry around at all. I mean, I can literally just lift it with one hand. I mean, it's good. That has some weight to it, but it's not a strain carrying it around from place to place. Once you open the box of this, you are going to get a warranty packet. It will direct you with a QR code to go to the site, fill all that stuff out. And then next, you're going to pull out this packet here, and this comes with your charging accessories. You have your 12 volt for the vehicle. That will go, boom, right in here. That's going to be the same port for your solar panels, which I will show that cord here. This one is for your solar panels. Same spot there. Then you have your wall charger. This is the one that's good for up to 400 watts of charging. All right, if we come a little closer to the unit itself, we have 4 AC outputs. We have a 12 volt output on the DC side, 2 USB-Cs and 4 USBs. And then over here, like earlier, we have the input for your solar and your input for 12 volt if you're charging it in the car. We have our Bluetooth button, which I will actually get into in a second. This is awesome. This is what kind of sold me on it. We have our AC on and off and DC on and off. Now to turn on AC, you have to press and then hold for about 3 seconds. And you're going to hear the fan come on, and then it will shut off just like that. And now AC is on, so you can plug in anything on the AC side. You can then turn on DC by just tapping it, and then you can use anything on the DC side. Now, the one thing that was a little strange to me, but not a deal breaker, is you can see how much power you have here, of course, and you have output here. But when we're plugging something in, like, let me grab something real quick. Like my drone remote. USB. Okay. If you're charging something and charging the power bank together, it will only show you how many watts are going out, but it's not telling you how many watts are going in for the charge. The only way to see that is on your app on the phone with the Bluetooth option. So I will show you that, but I thought it was a little funny I couldn't see it on the screen itself. But not a deal breaker, just a little strange. Now I'm going to show you guys the Bluetooth option on this power bank. This is the coolest thing ever. This is perfect for when your power bank is stowed away in the back of your rig and you want to be able to control it or check on things by your phone without having to go right to the power bank. So you're going to download the app Allpowers. Bam. And it's going to ask you to select your device. Now to do that, we need to turn on the Bluetooth option on the power bank itself. Press and hold. Now it's on. So if we come back to the phone screen, we're going to select a Bluetooth device by hitting the plus sign. It's going to give you some prompts and directions on how to do it. We'll hit next step. There's our unit AP S2000. It's connecting. Now, here's my power bank. We're at 66%, just like it says on the power bank itself. We have input and output. We have our AC portion and our DC portion. So right now, both of those are turned on the unit itself. I can go ahead and turn one of them off. Let's turn the AC off. It just turned off. Let's turn off DC. And now that's off. I'll put them both back on. You can also switch between 50 hertz and 60 hertz. And also at the top, like I said before, you can see your input and output at the same time. So if I go back and I plug in my drone remote again, and I plug in the unit to charge, now we can see, look, we have 400 watts going in for charging, and we have 9 watts going out to the drone remote. Like I said before, I thought it was a little strange you couldn't see it on the screen itself, but there is a lot going on the screen, so I won't blame them too hard for that. But the app itself is an awesome tool to have, especially doing what I'm doing, constantly on the trails, looking ahead and focusing on the road itself instead of having to turn back and focus on the power bank. Now that we've taken a look at the power bank itself, Allpowers has also sent me 2 solar panels. Both of these solar panels are 200 watts a piece, so 400 watts of power to charge this thing, but not just for the power bank. There's different accessories so that you can plug this solar panel up to just your device, any device itself, whether it be a laptop or something like that. So let's take a look at those real quick. This guy. This thing is pretty cool because this thing folded out is about almost 8 feet long with 4 panels once you unravel it. But this is a cool little way to fold things up. It's easy to stow away. Also, on the back, they supplied the pockets for all your different connections. So, easy to keep together. Once you open this up, they give you alligator clamps, so you can probably just charge your battery with some MC4 ends. So, hooking up to any old battery. You have your MC4 connectors that plug into the ones that came with the power bank itself, and you can charge your power bank with that. You also get a baggie with MC4 connectors with a barrel connector end for any other power bank that might use that, like my EB55 uses that end. But if that barrel connector does not work or is not compatible with what you have, Allpowers thought of that too. They give you another baggie with an assortment of different sizes of barrel connectors. And I'm not quite sure what this one is. I'll have to read up on it, but it kind of looks like a USB connector. But hey, one of these has to fit your device, right? So they thought of everything. That's something I really like about Allpowers is they paid attention to detail and they want to make sure their product fits what you got. So all in all, that's pretty sick. So what do I think about the Allpowers S2000? Like I told you before, this is my new go-to. This is going to be with me in the Jeep wherever I go. But it's also great for in the home. If the power goes out, you can power a lot of stuff with this. Your fridge, your TV, lights, whatever, fans. And I think it's a good prepping tool, as well as a good, hobbyist tool for YouTubers, for campers, for just about anything. So I think this is an awesome unit. I will be using this, and I will also let you guys know how it works for me in the long run if I run into any complications. But yeah, if you guys are interested in this unit or in the solar panels themselves, I left the link in the description. I also put it right here. And if you use my discount code GrandXploration, you will get a discount on that. So go check that out. And all in all, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you love this power bank, and I hope you love the video. I enjoyed making it for you. And I'm also an Amazon affiliate. Those links are in the description as well. If you buy something using my link, I do get a kickback. That just helps me to continue to do videos like this. And I really appreciate your guys' support. Also, Patreon page is up and running. That link is in the description as well. If you become a member, you get all kinds of cool benefits. Things like first dibs and discounts to merch, notifications on group rides. Man, there's a lot of benefits there. Also, extra content, behind the scenes content, things like that. So I'd appreciate it if you guys signed up. But if you don't, I still love you because having you watch my videos is awesome enough. And I am done talking, and I just want to get to this part. Once again, thank you guys. Love you. Peace.